guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'd like to teach you about how to write a catchy headline. I know I've taught several other courses on several kinds of sales copies, but today I want you to understand the dynamics of headlines. Headline is a very important part of any copy you're writing, and if you don't get it right, there is no need writing because nobody will get to read it. Most times people have very short attention span, so most times it's better you focus on your headline, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. So let's get straight to it. Okay guys, so like I said before, today we'll be talking about headlines. Now I want you to know that headline is the major part of your copy. You can't write a copy without a headline that catches people, because if you do, there's no way that copy will sell. So the most important thing is to be able to understand how headlines work and the main function of a headline. Now I'll be looking at headlines through a couple of points. I want you to take the points one after the other because that will form the basis for our discussion today. So I've prepared something I feel will be better and easier for us to use in working. So today, the first point I want us to look at is trying to keep your headline as short as possible. Excuse me. Try to keep your headline as short as possible. Now, the main aspect of headline is to capture. If it doesn't capture, it's not catchy. And if it's not catchy, it's worthless and makes the whole copy useless. It's more like a bait you're using to catch some, like a fish. If you're trying to fish now, you need a bait to use in luring the fish closer so that you can capture it. So that's what you're trying to do. Now you're trying as much as possible to get something that will capture the person's mind into your copy, to read it and then enter into the funnel. So that's the main purpose for every headline. So you must try as much as possible to keep it as short as possible, not compromising on the effectiveness. Try to make it as effective as possible, but still try to keep it short. Headlines are best when they are short. When you try to make your headline too long, the reader gets bored reading it. Yes, the reader gets so bored, and that is why you must try to make it as short as possible, though the length actually depends on the particular copy you're writing. If you're writing email campaigns, shorter headlines work. When you're writing sales letter, multiple headlines, that's both the main headline, sub headlines are important. So these you in different copies you have different strategies to use in writing, but basically it's important that you keep a headline as short as possible, so you'll be able to get his attention and make him want to dive in and find out the remaining. So you have to try and also be clear about the main benefits, because when anybody comes to any copy, his own is he's just trying to find out how will this copy benefit me. That's the truth. Most write-ups you see online, when you check some of them, you see okay, they've had about 100 views, 1,000 views, 2,000 views. The reason why these people are coming over to read these copies is simply because they are looking for a solution to a problem. So you have to try to make that benefit, the benefit of whatsoever you're writing, very clear in the headline. I'll give you an example. Okay, the absolute solution to your weight problem, or maybe an absolute solution to diabetes. So that is it. That's a very clear benefit put forth at the headline. That way the person looks at it, oh mine, I have diabetes, for example. I feel this product is going to help me. Let me read through. Now you've been able to get that person direct into your copy to read it. So you must try as much as possible to keep your headline as clear as possible, stating the benefit in a smart and technical way. So number 3, you have to try and announce an exciting news. Now there are different kinds of headlines, like I said earlier. You can also try to make your headline as interesting as possible. I'll give you an example. Imagine that you're trying to advertise, say you're trying to write about let's just say a mobile phone, for example. Now you're trying to make it as exciting as possible. Think about it. Okay, 15% off on our new mobile phone. For example, Jesse's mobile phone. 15% off on Jesse's mobile phone. Now that already has captured their attention. Everybody loves discounts. Now that's an exciting news about the product. They want to now, 15% off only today. Oh my, let me get in and see if this product is exactly what I need. I'll opt in and buy. So you have to try to infuse an exciting news, something that's going to be able to sweep them off their feet. So that's for point 3. Now, questions. Adding questions in your headline is another very strategic way of getting the attention of your reader. Now, what I mean by adding questions is like questions that has a way of making the reader to say yes. You know that kind of question? The kind of question that makes a reader to answer to it. For example, have you I'll take for example now, do you want to learn how to make money online? That's a question, but it has provided an answer in the heart of the reader. The reader begins to say, oh yes, I've been looking forward to making money online. Let me check through to see if I can find a solution to my money problems. You see, you've been able to make him answer the question, and as he's answering the question, he's checking through the body of the write-up to find out if the write-up actually aligns with his needs. So you must try as much as possible to infuse a question if you're able to. So point number 5, try to appeal to the reader's hunger for knowledge. You see a lot of people coming online to check copies and to find out how this thing is going to be able to improve their own life. So you have to try to, as much as possible, to appeal to that hunger they have inside of them. How do you appeal to their hunger? Look for the benefit of the product or the service you're trying to do. Tweak it, modify it to be able to capture their attention. Answer those difficult questions they've been asking inside of them. That curiosity they have about a certain problem they have, or maybe a certain issue. Try as much as possible to make the headline, quicken them, make them hunger for it. So that's it. You must make it appeal to them. So that is all for it. Appeal to the reader's hunger for knowledge. That knowledge he's looking for. He wants to find out how he can make money online. You have to find a way to make it, make it appealing to him. For example, why would somebody write a headline? Let's take for example, why would somebody write a headline, you will make money in 24 months or 30 months or 2 years? That's his headline. Why would somebody want to buy something that will make him money in 3 years? Nobody will want to. Most people you see online looking for money making strategies, they don't look for money making strategies that will take them 4 years to achieve. They want it fast. So you must try as much as possible to get a headline that looks like this. The most powerful money making strategy that can make you money in 2 weeks. If you don't make money, call police for me. Something like that. I'm just kidding, but it's something like that. You have to make it look like, make them hunger for it. So that's all for point number 5. So point number 6, you must be able to tell your audience what to do. I'll give you an example of what I mean by telling them what to do. Click subscribe now, it ends today. Let's just say you have a channel where you want people to subscribe, or maybe you have a product or a particular service you want people to subscribe. Subscribe now, it ends today. You see, you have told them to subscribe, or else the opportunity might not come again. So headlines, these are some of the little tips and tricks to write catchy headlines. Subscribe today, subscribe now, it ends today, already puts a specific level of urgency, and this urgency is what's going to make them want to run deep and read it to find out if they need this thing and how they'll be able to get it before the expiration of the opportunity. So that's it. You must be able to try to this capture these 6 points. They form a very important part of your headline. Oftentimes people write headlines that are not even catchy to them. They wrote it. You're writing a sales copy and you've written a headline and the headline doesn't even capture you, then you're wasting your time. I've written several sales copies, written several video scripts. I've written so many copies over the last 6 years. I will never write a copy that doesn't convince me. If that copy doesn't convince me, I will never deliver. Why? Because I know that I am the writer. And if my own copy doesn't convince me, there is no way to convince somebody else who is just passing by. A lot of people you see that read copies online or read copies on wherever, they already have a biased mind before they start reading the copy. So if you're not able to write a copy that makes them to say, oh, this might be genuine, then that copy will just go unread. Or maybe have the first 2 sentences read and the remaining just useless. And then how are you able to get these guys into your sales funnel when you've not even been able to get them to read only the headline? So try as much as possible to infuse these 6 points into your headline. One thing I'm sure of is that if you're able to infuse these 6 points into your headline will be as catchy as possible. Remember, a headline that is not catchy cannot attract. A headline that cannot attract will not get anybody to the sign up page or to the order button. Remember, when a customer doesn't get to your, once a reader doesn't get to your sign up button or to your order button, the entire essence of the whole copy is just useless. It's wasted. So you must try as much as possible to work on your headline. Write catchy headlines and headlines that can be able to convince you that is writing it that whatever you're writing about is true. So until next time, I want you to keep practicing and keep working on yourself, honing your skills in headlines. If you have any questions, send your questions for me, write them down in the comment section. And if you are confused for any reason, I'm always available to reply to any of your messages. For now, if the contents you are getting on this channel is interesting to you, try as much as possible to hit the subscribe button and also ring the bell too, because it will give you a notification as soon as I release another video. So until next time, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.